What's up, everybody? What's up? We're getting ready for some trucks at Knoxville. Gonna be a wild one here tonight. Make sure you stay tuned. Waiting for the server to come up. It's your birthday. It's not my birthday. Hell yeah, says Ox. Getting ready for the NASCAR truck. Brandon Gibbs out there with the like. Ox out there with the like. Appreciate it, guys. Waiting on this session to come up. Getting ready to get dirty in the trucks. How's everybody? Let's go Norwood, says Logan Moody. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me know in the chat. How you guys doing here tonight? Waiting for that server to come up. Make sure you guys are getting those likes, shares, and follows out there. Dobbs out there in the chat with the likes. Appreciate it, Dobbs. Norwood is overrated. Beat by teammates in practice. Oof. That's what pays. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me know. It looks like the session is just about up. Everybody getting up in the chat. Let's go ahead and see if that session is open. Not yet. Still loading up. iRacing needs to streamline these servers opening up. I can see it. It's just not available yet. How was everybody's weekend? Are you guys ready for the week? It looks like the session is open now. Gonna go ahead and jump up in the session. Looks like Hackney, Cody, Connor. Wow, now it's loading up. Lots of people getting up in this session. They should have a decent field. Nick, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the like. Coming out to watch the trucks at Knoxville. Not your kind of trucks, though. So far 4,000 SOF. Should be a decent field here tonight as I load up in. What's up, Thrash? I see you. I see you, Cody. I see you guys. Lame, says Thrash. You know what's lame, Thrash? You are lame. Oh, okay. The Thrash can out there in the chat. Getting up here in the chat. Joe, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Why we got a chance. Let's go ahead and thank the sponsors as we jump up in the session. 3D Racing, All Out Graphics, House of Speed. Hold on 1 second, guys. House of Speed, Butt Kicker, Finish First Designs, and of course the title sponsor for the iDirt Truck Championship. It is going to be Warrior Wrapz. Thank you guys for coming out. Looks like these guys are in it, waiting for Trading Paints to catch up. I don't know why Trading... Oh, there it is. There's Trading Paints. Go ahead and make sure I have the sound set up over here on TikTok. Gotta go ahead and boot that audio and create a new source. Of course, remember, if you're over on the TikTok side, you do get the radioactive. Usually this league pretty quiet. But let's go ahead and take a look at these guys running. Like we are good there. All right. How's everybody doing tonight? We got racing in the trucks. Go ahead and get that ticker up there on the side so you can get an idea of where these guys are running. Hackney currently at the top of the charts. Who do you guys think? Who you guys picking here tonight? Could it be that number 91 of Keith Hackney? He had a little bit of bad luck last week, grabbing the wall. Now, we got one more wild card in the mix here tonight. These guys are going to be awfully close on gas. We're going to see who can save the gas, and hopefully it's not just the slowest person. So Hackney currently out there with the quick time. He's 1/10 of a second faster than Cody. Brad Ullman out there in the number 9 doing some laps. You guys showing up over on TikTok. Make sure you guys get those likes, shares, and follows out there. Looks like we have 15 cards in the servers. Matty has joined us. See everybody jumping up out there. Make sure you guys get those likes, shares, and follows. I know I say that a lot, but now's the easiest time to do it before we get racing here tonight. Let's see. Hackney still out there with the quickest time of the night so far. Scott Helms with the like. What's up, Scott Helms? So Hackney out there with a 21.064. Cody out there with a 21.97. And you know me, I like to put that full name up there. So let's go ahead and get that full name up there on the ticker. These are starting to get these guys up here on TikTok. Guys, make sure you put those likes, shares, and follows in there. 69 viewers over on TikTok. 73. They are rolling up quick. 80. Getting ready for some racing here tonight. Looks like we got about 45 seconds left in practice before we get to qualifying. What's up, Stacy? Jack, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Over on TikTok, 108 people out there. To get those viewers out here as we jump out of Norwood. Fan favorite in that number 4 machine as he comes out of turn number 4. Let's go, Jamie Norwood and Justin Massey. Oof. Scott Helms out there in the chat. What's up, Scott? Guys, if you're over on TikTok, I thought this was part of... Oh, definitely PS1. For sure. I mean, it's based on a system that could run on PS1, I'm sure. That's old technology, but these guys have worked it out good as Cody goes around in that number 3. As that is going to be the end of practice. Let's get into qualifying here tonight. All right, let's jump out. Who's going to be the first one to hit the track? Looks like Qualtney. I keep saying Qualtney because of that one typo. And that number 81, he's going to be the first to hit the track. Nicholas King coming out. We are on Wesley. Let's see what kind of lap time Wesley can put down. I think we got 3 minutes of qualifying. Yep, 3 minutes of qualifying here. And then an 8-minute warm-up. I'm sure they won't run the whole thing out. They usually don't. 100 laps for tonight's main event. There is no... yeah, Qualtney. Yeah, that's what I said. There is no heat races. We are going straight into the 100-lap feature here tonight. So you don't want to miss that. 100 laps for tonight's main event. And these guys are going to be cutting it close on gas as Wesley comes around to complete lap number 1. I think that was lap number 1. He's going to put a 21.319 to set the bar. Nicholas King coming in about 0.3 off with a 21.6. There is Bryce Dickinson with a 21.484. Let's see. We got Hackney out on the track. Wouldn't be surprised to see him as a quick time here tonight. Travis, thank you for the follow as Hackney comes across the line. Let's see where he's going to put that thing. As he starts lap number 1. I thought that was his first lap. Let's see where Hackney's going to put. Ooh, Smith. Oh, Hackney does not like that lap. Josh Smith's going to go a 3.90. Norwood out there in that number 4 machine. We'll go jump on Norwood. Fan favorite here. Let's see if he can get put down a quick time as we wait for Hackney to go around. Hackney decided to do a do-over on his lap. So Norwood's going to come around to complete lap number 1. Where's he going to go? 21.605. He's going to be 5th quickest. Let's get over on Hackney. And let's not count out Massey. Massey's out there doing his lap. Let's see where Massey's going to put it as we watch Hackney right now. Massey's going to go 3rd quick with a 21.4, but here comes Hackney out of turn number 4. Can he put it on the pole as he comes across the line? Wow, Hackney with a 21.448. Wesley sticking with that quick time. We got last week's winner, Brad Allman, out on the track. Out of turn number 4, can he put down the quick time? Allman's going to come across. He's going to go 6th quickest with a 4.70. I'll tell you what, Josh Smith was about a second off the pace earlier today, and he is currently out there with the 2nd quickest time. Could he pull the upset here tonight? All right, we are going to jump out to
all right, guys,
Jason. Thank you for the like. Appreciate it, Bab.
2 guys trying to get in here.
And the share. Bab out there with the share.
Brad, I think, had to restart. Pam and Horton hasn't made it.
All right, we're gonna do a little bit of a warm up here.
This warm up
Top
might
8
go
are going to be inverted. Julian, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. As they are going to get, I think Brad had to reset from the sounds of it, so they're going to get Brad a little bit of time to get back in here. He's having a little bit of an internet connection issue as we are on with Cody Connor in that number 3 machine. There is our 2nd quick time. We saw Smith for a minute. The 93 of Brett Caudell. Could Brett hopefully get some luck here? He's had a tough time. Clifford Driscoll, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the like. Appreciate it, Clifford. Appreciate that like out there. As we're going to see who puts down the quick time here in practice. It's going to be Wesley back there with the quick time with a 4.14. So Wesley now picking up the pace here, starting to look like a big contender in that number 81, but gas is going to be an issue. There's Keith Hackney with a 2.93. He wishes he had done that in qualifying as, well, maybe not so bad for him because there is an invert. So 8 cars are inverted here, and the 8th place qualifier going to end up on the pole. Take a look at those those qualifying times once again. Let's see who's going to be on the pole. So 8th place is going to be Cody Gagliano in that number 8 position. He's going to be our pole sitter. Bryce will be 2nd, Brad Allman 3rd, and Keith Hackney 4th. So yeah, just an invert of that for qualifying for those top 8 as we wait for the warm-up to go ahead and finish up here. Brad Allman trying to get back in here. Not reconnected yet. Camp in the session, so still 15 drivers set to do battle here tonight. That picker back up there for you guys as Hackney up there. He's a 10th and a half quicker than the field here tonight. But how is that going to transfer to gas mileage? Can Hackney run that kind of pace here tonight and make it all the way on fuel? That's going to be the big question here tonight. That will be a big question here tonight. And Brett Caudell, currently 6th quickest on the chart. Can he stay out of trouble? He has had zero luck in that number 93 out here. He has had zero luck for a while here in the Dirt Series promotion. So he's looking to have a better night here tonight. Seems to always get caught up in something. Now these guys do get one fast repair, I think. I think it's one fast repair. Let me go double check. It tells me, yep, one fast repair here tonight, so they can have one issue. They're hoping not to have it. Can we go here? How many laps can we do under green here? That's going to be the big question. Can we get a good green flag run? This is a wide track, but these trucks are not made for dirt, so sometimes you get those big mistakes that can cause big problems. And we might get some pack racing with these guys trying to conserve fuel here tonight. 4 minutes into warm-up here. As we wait for warm-up to complete. Oh! Let's see it. Let's see if Brad has not made it back in here yet.
What's up?
I said, when did you go to a gray truck?
Brad has not made it back in the
13 and a half
session
minutes
yet.
ago.
Ooh, Cody gonna jump the berm.
I was like,
That blink might have saved those guys. That blink definitely saved those guys. That was a wild ride out of Cody as he pulls a massive slider there. Oh, Cam's gonna park it on his nose. So practice getting a little physical here as these guys try to figure out what they can and can't do before tonight's feature. Ooh. I guess the wall's pretty quick. Oh no, it definitely slows coming out. But in the middle, it looked like it had some promise. Hey, there's Jamie Massey in that number 19 machine. Expect him to quietly move his way up through the field. That he's got a good tendency of doing that on dirt, especially in these long ones. Let's go. Keith Qualtney, Wesley Hackney, Justin Caudell, Brett Gibbs, and Brandon Massey. All right, that's clever. And Jamie Norwood. Oh, that is clever, Scott. That is clever. I don't think I like that one. All right, warm up just about to come to a close here. They got about 2.5 minutes left as it looks like Brad Allman finally makes it back to the show. Wearing in this track might not be a bad thing for some of these guys looking for a slicker track. We saw last week that the slicker track seemed to bring the field closer together. So a couple of extra laps here at a big track like Knoxville could definitely make a big difference here tonight.
Hey, Josh, you running this whole warm-up out?
Hold on.
1 minute, guys. 1 minute.
All right, so we got about 1 minute, and we are going ahead and advancing here tonight. 1 minute left. 1 minute left in the warm-up, and we're going to get ready for tonight's main event. Let me go grab a drink while they do that.
seconds. 15 seconds.
All right, just about. Well, we are done with the warm up as we're going to get ready for tonight's main event. All right, let's get ready for tonight's main event. Let's go ahead and do tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight in that number 20 machine, it is going to be Cody Gagliano. Wow, Gagliano, if I could say it. Starting on the outside pole in that number 2 spot, in the number 84, it's going to be Bryce Dickinson. Starting in third here tonight in that number 9 machine, last week's winner, Brad Allman. Outside of him, he dominated a good part of last week's race in the number 91 machine. It is going to be Keith Hackney. Then starting on the inside of row number 3, he comes from downtown. It is going to be Justin Brown in the Warrior Racing number 21. Outside of him, in that number 19 machine, needs no introduction on this channel, it's going to be Jamie Massey. Starting in 7th, he ended up with a second quick time here tonight in qualifying. It is Dirt Series Promotions' very own Josh Smith in that number 83. Outside of him, in that number 81 machine.
Front row is green on the
With the quick time tonight here in qualifying, it is going to be Wesley Waltney. Starting in 9th. On the inside of row number 5, it is going to be fan favorite Justin Norwood. Outside of him, in the number 34 machine, it is going to be Brandon Gibbs. In 11th, it's going to be Nicholas King, Colton Snyder starting in 12th. Then starting in that 13th position, in the number 3 machine, it's going to be Cody Connor. Outside of him, in the number 93, Brett Caudill. And rounding out the field, in that number 31 machine, it's going to be Cam Horton. Looking for the green flag this time by as they come down the back straightaway. When is Cody? Oh, it's got to wait till green. Got to fire him off as they come out of turn number 4. Where is that green flag? Green flag is out as they head towards turn number 1 and 2. Down into turn number 1 and 2. They're going to be 3 wide for second. 3 wide for second as Hackney sticks it in the middle. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Give Hackney that number 2 spot as Brad Allman gets the berm as they come out of turn number 4. Coming to complete lap number 1, LaFon. What's up, LaFon? As they come across the line, Cody going to lead lap number 1. He's got that number 91 of Keith Hackney all over the back bumper as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Hackney looking low. He's going to dive into the bottom in turn number 3 and 4. Side by side for the lead. It's going to be a drag race out of turn number 4 to the start-finish line. Who's going to get it at the line? Hackney leads lap number 2, new race leader. Here comes Jamie Massey in that number 19. I thought he was going to be quiet here tonight, but he's already making some moves. And the number 19 has moved up to that number 3 spot as he gets around Brad Allman. Brad Allman going to dig down low into turn number 3 and 4. Can't do anything with it as Josh Smith struggles to stay ahead in that number 6 position. He's got the whole field behind him back there as they start the single file out. 4 wide though. Out of turn number 2, Norwood's got to back out. I wish those fireworks would stop. Here comes Nick King. He's going to dive low. Wesley's going to get on that quarter panel. 3 wide for that number 7 spot. Out of turn number 4, Nick King is going to slide into that number 7 spot. So Nick King, so far our biggest mover, up 4 positions in that number 43. Ooh, the 84 and 81. That's Wesley and Bryce touching doors as they come out of turn number 4. Bryce has gone the wrong way in a hurry. He is down 7 spots to that number 9 position. Back up front, Hackney continues to lead. Cody 2nd, Massey 3rd. Brad Allman, Justin Brown still continue that battle for that number 8 position. Wesley digging low. Bryce up high out of turn number 4. So far, leading green as they got 6 laps complete down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Wesley's going to give him the door in 1 and 2. Bryce with a good save. They're going to come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Wesley still low. They're side by side behind him now. Here comes Norwood in the number 4. Wesley going to lead into the door of Bryce. Here comes Norwood looking to make it 3 wide. Out of turn number 4. Can't get it to stick. Wesley trying to hold on. But Bryce digging ahead as they head into 1 and 2. Here comes Cody Connor to the outside of that number 3. Will they end up 3 wide? Cody's got the outside wound up. Digging down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Side by side out of turn number 4. Where did Cody come from? He's going to dig around the outside. Will he get that number 8 spot out of turn number 4? He does as they come across the line that time by. Good racing here as it looks like Wesley starting to struggle a bit in that number 81. Remember, gas is going to be an issue here. Let's go, Snyder. Oh, God, helps you crack me up. Hackney continues to lead the way in that number 91, getting chased down by Cody as Massey sits in that number 3 spot. Brad Allman in 4th as it's quieted down up here in the front. Got to come back here to that number 5 position as Josh Smith pushes the pressure on Brown as they come out of turn number 4. It's going to be 10 laps complete. 10 laps complete. We are 1/10 of the way through this one. You have to wonder if anybody is going strategy here. Could Gibbs be sitting towards the back, trying to save a little bit of gas? Or did he get contact that knocked him so far back? Norwood and Wesley kind of riding to the back. Couple guys you expect to move forward. As Brett Cardell still alive in that number 93. Back up to the front, still not a whole lot going on here, but Massey did get that number 2 spot, missed that pass. Big up in the chat for me as they come out of turn number 4. So far, so good, all the way through the field. Here comes Nick King. Nick King is not known for saving. He is muscling his way up through the field as he has got the number 83 of Josh Smith as the battle for 6th is starting to heat up. Oh, it's getting dicey back there in the pack as these guys try to get this figured out. Norwood has a good run through. Wesley going to take it 3 wide out of turn number 2. 3 wide for that number 10 position. Norwood's going to get the advantage out of turn number 2 down into turn number 3 and 4. Wesley knocking on the tailgate of that number 4 machine as they come out of turn number 4. Norwood on the gas as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Wesley. He's going to cut up underneath Norwood. Battle for that number 10 spot as Wesley looks up underneath. Oh, he gets into the back of Norwood. Wesley sideways as Brett gets into the back of him. Accordion effect there. Wesley somehow able to keep it straight as they come out of turn number 4. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Wesley going to dive it in. Almost gets the door to Norwood. Gets a little bit of contact with Brett as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Side by side. This is an exciting battle for that number 10 spot. As they come out of turn number 4, keeping it straight. Wesley's got to hammer the gas as they come across the line that time by. They're 16 laps in the books. Let's go check on Hackney. Hackney set the pace, starting to pull away from the field. I'll tell you what, Brad Allman starting to pick up the pace. He was 3rd quickest last time by. As they come across the line, can Brad Allman reel in these top 2? Brad Allman. 2nd quick that time as Nicholas King put down a heater. He is side by side with Josh Smith as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Battle for that number 6 spot. Nicholas King moving forward as they come out of turn number 4. Will he get the 6th spot this time by? He does as they come across the line. Smith trying to stay up in that number 6 spot. He's going to get in the door of Nicholas King as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Still side by side out of turn number 4. Nicholas King going to keep that spot this time by. He does, and he clears Smith into turn number 1. Now he sets his sights on the number 21. He's looking to go to work here. As I'll tell you what, Brad Allman still setting down a good pace up at the front. As they come out of turn number 4, looks like Justin Brown has picked up the pace a bit. So Justin Brown with a quick time that time, with a 22.17 as he gets to the outside of Cody. He's going to get the wall in 1 and 2, almost loses it. Out of 2, almost a wreck. Somehow keeps it straight. Now he's got to deal with Nicholas King as Josh Brown had it ripping. He had a 22.17. We haven't seen anything close out of anybody else at one time as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Pretty quiet now as it looks like Cody's going to dig, or sorry, wow. Justin Brown's going to dig up to that number 4 spot. He's got that top side ripping. Top side is quickest now, but you got to wonder how that's going to affect the gas. So the pace constantly picking up here as Hackney continues to lead the field. As Justin Brown has slid into 4th, as closes the gap on that top 3. Here comes Nicholas King. Nicholas King gonna slide his way in, or run his way into that number 5 position as he gets around Cody as they come out of turn number 2. Go Warriors! Go Warriors out in the chat. Hey, Kate, as they come out of turn number 4, coming across the line. Good battle here for that number 4 spot. Brad Allman has dug around the outside of Massey, made his way up to that number 2 spot. Like I said, gas is definitely a thing here as Nicholas King gonna send it into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Justin Brown back to the outside as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, Nick King's gonna take it, move Nick King up to that number 4 position. Red, thank you for the follow. Back up to the front. Hackney continues to dig as Norwood goes around. Norwood into the wall. Caution flag is out. Let's go take another look. Oh, Wesley. Wesley gets into the back of Norwood. And Norwood's going to clip Cam here. Cam's going to take a big hit into the outside wall. Wesley just got a good run through. Cam, a victim, slams the wall as Norwood's going to go take his quick repair, he says in the chat. So 1/4 of the way into this one, 25 laps complete. We get the first caution flag here tonight as Hackney leads the field. So you got to wonder who is saving and who is not. Who do you guys think is saving? Do you think anybody's saving? Gas definitely going to play a role here. It looks like Gibbs on pit road. So is Cam. Uh-oh. Don't know what Hackney was doing, but he drops back a little bit there. Yeah, he's definitely on some rails, but they got to be careful. They're trying to save gases as Hackney had some issues there. Trying to get his truck to fire back up as he's trying to save gas. Remember, caution laps do not count here. Mac, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Caution laps do not count. So these guys trying to save gas where they can. As they come out of turn number 2, we're going to get a restart here. First restart of the night as Hackney controls it. As they come out of turn number 4, when's he going to fire off? Looking for that green flag as they come out of turn number 4. I'm going to stay on Massey. Green flag is out. Ooh, a little bit of checkup. Hackney must have started to spin the tires a bit. Here comes Massey down low as they head into 1 and 2. Brad going to go right back to the top side, digging out of turn 2. Big run Out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Kenny close into Hackney as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Hackney going to roll the bottom in that number 91. The fact that... Can we get some... oh, yeah, I'll get some. I'll definitely get some. Let these guys sort out the start, and I'll jump on some onboards. Out of turn number 2, here comes Brad Allman digging down the outside. Battle for the lead into turn number 3 and 4. Brad gonna dig up high, Hackney down low as they come out of turn number 4. Who will have the lead this time by? Will we end up with a new race leader? Brad races into the line. Hackney at the line by about a nose as they head into 1 and 2. Massey just sitting back, rolling the bottom, figuring out what these two are doing up in front of him as we see Josh Smith and Nicholas King battling it out as Brad Allman digs into the lead into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, will he have the lead at the line? New race leader, Brad Allman this time by. Brad Allman leads the way into turn number 1 and 2 as Hackney falls back. Massey in second, Nicholas King. We're going to jump on board with Josh Smith as he battles Nicholas King. I think that'll give us a good view of the battle for the lead, too. As you can get a good idea of where these guys are really at as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Side by side for that number 4 spot as Smith gets around Nick King as they head into turn number 1 and 2. These guys just trying to let these things roll through the corner. You can see they're just kind of letting the trucks drive themselves as we get a caution flag. Looks like Colton Snyder's has some issues. Let's go take a look. Caught that one late. A little bit of 4 wide action here, and Snyder's just going to come up. Cam a victim again. Oh, that gets Wesley too. As they wreck for last. That was literally a wreck for last. These guys are wrecking for last at the back of the pack. Just tells you how crazy it is out there. As we get the second caution of the night. Brad Allman with the lead now. Keith Hackney in second. Bro, right for last, right? No, can't. Couldn't be me. They are definitely. I don't think Colton expected somebody underneath them and didn't realize that they were 4 wide. I think is really what happened there. I mean, it's even hard to give an EOL there as they were already at the back of the pack. David, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. As they're going to get 1 to go at the line, I believe this time by Brad Allman with the lead. He's going to pick the outside, I think, as he has been ripping that top side. Like I said, you still got to wonder how he is saving gas. I heard some mixed things before this race, like they could be somewhere between, they could be up to like 15 laps short. David White, thank you for the like, appreciate it. What's up, David? Going green out of turn number 4, Brad Allman, last week's winner in the number 9 machine. Can he make it 2 in a row? We have not had a repeat winner yet in this series. 3 races, 3 different winners. Will we get a repeat here tonight? As they come out of turn number 4, Brad Allman on the loud pedal. He's got Josh Smith taking to the outside of Hackney. Josh looking for another spot as they head through turn number 1 and 2. He's gotten around Massey, now looking to put the work on that number 91 of Keith Hackney. Into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Massey digging back low. Can't do anything with it. Smith looking for second. Out of turn 4. Hackney had it at the line, but by about a nose. Still side by side for that number 2 spot. Here comes Smith on the loud pedal out of turn 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Kate, thank you for the like. You know, before this race, they were joking with Smith. Smith said he was lost. They said, "Oh, you'll be up there in it." He says, "No, I don't have it figured out." Look at Smith out here, up in the thick of it, looking for the lead. As they come out of turn number 2, he has got that number 2 spot. Now sets his sights on that number 9. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Josh Smith. Hackney down low. Out of turn 4. Coming to complete lap number 34. It's going to be Brad Allman, Josh Smith, Keith Hackney, and Cody Connor, your top 5. I'll tell you what, Hackney probably saving the most here, just rolling that bottom side, taking the shortest way around. As it looks like Brad Allman has started to make that same decision in that number 9. You got to wonder what they got to do later on if they are still close on gas. Nicholas King and Cody Connor digging it out as look at who has snuck up into this battle for that number 6 spot, or 7 spot, sorry, as Brandon Gibbs. He was last earlier on. He's now up to that number 7 position in that 34. Brock Cadell in the 93 is digging back there as they come out of turn number 4, down into turn number 1 and 2. Josh Smith putting the pressure on the number 9 of Brad Allman. Brad going to drift up as it looks like Smith thought about looking low. Can't get there as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, we're going to be 37 laps complete. We are closing in on the halfway point of this one. Jonathan, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Oh, for sure. They're definitely close on gas. So definitely be worth looking at anybody that's been saving. I don't think he has come off the bottom like you said. He's just kind of rolling the bottom the whole time. It doesn't even look like he's racing that hard. Look at this. Justin Brown, he was up there racing in the top 5. He has fallen all the way back to that number 10 position. Is he saving gas? I'll tell you, I don't think Brad Allman is saving. He is on that loud pedal, starting to put some space between him and Smith. Here comes Hackney digging down low as Massey's going to start drifting up high. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. It continues to be Brad Allman leading the way. Let's go back here where these guys are jumbled up for position. Let's go jump on board with somebody back here. Let's jump on board with Bryce Dickinson. He's kind of in the middle of everything. It's going to be real close. I heard that they could be up to 15 laps short. I think 12 laps short, I think, is actually what I heard. So they got to save quite a bit of gas. Everybody in here is a pretty good I rating. I think the SOF's around a 4K. I mean, you got, contact as Bryce gets into Cody. A little bit of contact there as it is crazy back here at the back of the pack. Hold on, I got a button. Let me go see what the SOF is. Oh, no, I don't have it. I don't have my normal SDK, so I can't check the SOF that way. Scooter, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. As Brad Allman continues to lead the field. There is an advantage of being out front, but the draft definitely plays a role here at Knoxville. I know it does in regular dirt cars. So could the second place car have an advantage for saving gas? Gotta wonder if they're taking advantage of every opportunity they can. Massey starting to put the pressure on his teammate Keith Hackney as they come out of turn number 4 as Nicholas King closes the gap in that number 43. And they're 3 wide back here. These guys are absolutely nuts. Oh man, we need to jump back up here. This is insane. And how is Cam still up in this one? He's got contact at 2 different incidents, but still manages to be in that number 8 position. I appreciate it, John. I can't actually see the lights. So a lot of you guys, you know, I know when like people are normally streaming, like with their phones and stuff, that they can see all that stuff. For whatever reason, they don't give us that with the live studio. That's what we got to use for streaming the games and stuff. Oh, Cam, hold on to it. Cam's gonna bang it off the wall. Somehow keeps it straight, but Wesley gonna slide around. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Every once in a while, I see the lights pop up, but when people are loading in and stuff, and pushes those out, so I can't see them. It just pops up real quick. All right, so Cam having a little bit of an issue there, as we got Snyder and Gibbs duking it out right behind him. I'll tell you what, these battles towards the back are absolutely insane. Brad Allman going to still continue to lead as they come out of turn number 4. Josh Smith in second. Hackney third. Nicholas King works his way around Massey. Nicholas King up to that number 4 spot. Max, thank you for the like. Appreciate it, Max. Let's go take a look back here at this battle. Nothing is really going on too much up at the front as the 20 of Cody continues to roll that bottom side. Does he have a plan to possibly make it all the way where he doesn't have to think about it later on as they come across the line? Side by side down into turn number 1 and 2. Norwood going to roll the high side back up front. Josh Smith putting that pressure on Brad Allman as they come out of turn number 4. Brad Allman out front in that number 9. Last week's winner. Can he hold on to repeat? Or will we get a new race winner as they come out of turn number 2? So we've had Robbie Swan, Keith Hackney, and Brad Allman, race winners here so far in this series. Will we get a repeat winner, or will it be another new one here tonight? Down into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, we are past the halfway point. It's going to be 49 laps to go as they come across the line. 49 laps to go. These guys should have a pretty good idea of where they are on gas, if they have to save more or if they've saved enough. Norwood trying to move his way forward in that number 4. I'll tell you what, this is he's definitely struggled in this series as Brandon Gibbs struggling with his internet connection just about in front of this battle. Back up front, Josh Smith continues to hound that number 9 machine. I don't think he's really pushing it, but would he take advantage to find a way around that number 9? As we jump on board with Smith once again, as he continues to work that number 9. We'll take a look and see what is happening behind him as it looks like Hackney and King starting to close the gap on the battle for first. Will Josh Smith turn it up a tick to try and stay out in front of Hackney? Hackney getting clean air could be a big problem for these guys as they come across the line. 54 laps complete. Looks like Smith might have hit the wall just a tick there as they come out of turn number 2. Smith continuing to put the pressure on Brad Allman down into turn number 3 and 4. Will he turn it up and try and find a way around? Brad gonna drift high. Josh Smith looking low. They're gonna stay in line. All right, so Hackney definitely closing in on this battle as Massey tries to close back in on the number 43. Gotta jump back here to get a little bit of race action as Brandon Gibbs trying to put the pressure on Colton Snyder. Here comes Norwood in that number 4. He wants a piece of the action for that number 9 spot. Out of turn. Oh, Cam gets a little bit of contact. He's into the wall as Cody's going to go around him in that number 20. Cody going to dig that bottom side out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to ship it in. Here comes the 84 of Bryce Dickinson. Bryce down 12 spots as they come out of turn number 4. Cam struggling to hold on to that number 31. We've seen that last week as Cody Connor up into the wall just ahead of this battle. Down into turn number 3 and 4 for this group as Brad Allman completes lap number 58. Donald, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. As they come across the line. Things have calmed down a bit pretty much through the field. I mean, we got a little bit of racing, but definitely not what we had earlier. As Snyder looking like he's trying to fight for his life in that number 24 as they come out of turn number 4. Snyder using a little bit of that wall up on the high side that helped that car, that truck out of turn 4 as they head into 1 and 2. Big run down the front straightaway. Well, here comes Gibbs in the 34. So Snyder leaning on that wall. That could bite you here. That guardrail is known to grab a car or truck or two. as they head through turn number 3 and 4. 40 laps to go as these guys come across the line. Brad Allman continues to lead the way as the top 4 all closing in, as Massey seems to be losing Nick King. E-Taxi is now almost to the back bumper of that number 83 as they come out of turn number 4. Still single file 4 now. Like I said, you got to be wondering, what are they doing with gas? Are they concerned at this point, or have they saved enough to make it to the end of the race? Definitely different strategies across the board as they come out of turn number 4. We're on board with Keith Hackney as they come to the line down into turn number 1 and 2. So on dirt, except for Bristol, you cannot pit for gas. Bristol's the only track you can pit for gas. So they have to save. They have to play that strategy. As you can see, there's a lot of slick around the track as they head into turn number 1 and 2. 63 laps in the books. Hackney just rolling that bottom side up on the berm. Let the berm help the truck rotate down on the bottom. Wait on that throttle. You can see he's so easy on that throttle. Trying not to use the gas. Trying not to cause the tires to spin. Spinning tire. Yeah, I wish they would change it. So when I run big races, like in the big blocks on the track, I know they can't do 200 laps. When I want to do 200 laps, what I do is I put the first half and 100 laps in the second half. So that'll be in the heat. And the second half will be the feature, which it's kind of cool too. You know, it's kind of like they do in real life. If you have a big race like the Outlaw 200 at Fulton Speedway, they have that halfway break. So doing it like that kind of gives them a halfway break. I just wish they wouldn't get a new truck or car for that halfway break. So Hackney having a good run here. He's got to be one of the favorites. Josh Smith looking to pull the upset and be the 4th winner in this series. So those guys kind of just rolling around. As I have a hard time believing any of these guys in the back are saving anything. It's going to be interesting to see these guys start to fall off. I think we got about 20 laps, and we're really going to have to start to be concerned about how much gas these guys may or may not have saved. Everything pretty quiet through the field until you come to the back part of the field as Norwood and Schneider duke it out for that number 10 position. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Coming out of turn 4, they're going to be 68 laps complete. They got 32 laps to go. Oh, Dane, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. As they head into turn number 1 and 2. There's definitely a couple guys back here I know have been saving, and that's going to be like Cody and Bryce. But Cody definitely is committed to the bottom side the whole race. He's teammates with Hackney and Massey, so different strategies there for the teammates. So we're going to see whose strategy may work the best here. Nathan Smith, thank you for the like, appreciate it. Over on Facebook. Guys, make sure you are getting those likes and shares out there. Things about to get interesting as we got 30 laps to go. About 15 laps. You got to start watching these guys to see if they start changing their strategy because they're running low on gas. See if anybody runs out of fuel. Could somebody run out of fuel and potentially bring out a caution? Which could change everything here tonight. So lots of things going on here. If they... Uh-oh. They're talking about wall riding back there. I'll tell you what. They're talking about wall riding. If you're wall riding, you aren't saving. You're probably not going to make it. Back up to the front as the top 3 just kind of rolling along. I got to imagine they're probably the ones saving the most fuel right now. They're not really pushing it. They're just kind of cruising. I don't know. Brad looks like he's hammering it. I think if I tried to predict this one, I would be wrong for it. Definitely not able to predict this one. Jump on. Let's jump in the passenger seat of Josh Smith's number 83 as he continues to try to battle that number 9 of Brad Allman. Will he try to work his way around? Will he try to work his way around that number 9 and separate himself from Keith Hackney? Will Hackney follow him through? Is Hackney still playing the gas card? We definitely seen him shutting off his truck on the pace laps to try and save fuel. I'm pretty sure he's been saving this whole time. Out of turn number 4. Coming to the line, 3/4 of the way through this one. We got 25 laps to go. 25 laps to go, and Hackney is now starting to turn up the wick in that number 91. Starting to put the pressure on the 83 of Josh Schmidt as Nicholas King and Massey can be seen in the distance behind these guys as they come out of turn number 4, coming to the line. Brad Allman continues to lead. Josh Smith has lost some ground on that number 9. 76 laps in the books. I'm still curious. Is somebody going to run out of fuel? These guys have been racing hard, and it looks like Cody has finally turned up the wick in that number 20 machine. Look to see if he can start moving his way through. He is no longer in gas-saving mode, I believe. And I'll tell you what, that little extra weight. Oh, Norwood into the wall. Norwood going to get in the wall as Cody's going to go ahead and round him. Gagliano now back up to that number 10 position as he tries to work his way forward in that number 20. Clint, thank you for the like and the share. What's up, Clint? Better late than never. Better late than never, right, Clint? As they come out of turn number 4, Cody's starting to pull away from these guys. He is definitely not in saving mode anymore. 78 laps in the books, about 10 laps. We're going to see some potential people start to drop off with gas issues as they come out of turn 4. Battle for that number 2 spot. Hackney rolls low. He's going to try and clear Smith. Can't quite do it as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Hackney on the gas. Smith's going to get the wall. Give Hackney that number 2 spot. Smith going to get in line as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4. It's going to be 20 laps to go at the line. 80 laps complete as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Let's go NLR House of Speed, guys, says Nathan. How you doing tonight, Clint? How you doing, bud? Dirt Racer 13, thank you for the rose. Appreciate it. Appreciate that rose as they come out of turn number 4. Brad leading the way. Hackney and Smith, your top 3. Kind of curious now as these guys start to turn up the power. There's ones that know they can make it. Who's going to be those quick times? Top 2 are definitely the quickest ones on the track. Massey also running 6s. He can be thrown up in that mix in that number 5 position. So Massey starting to move his way forward as we got 18 laps to go. Now is the point where some of these guys might be worried about fuel. I'm doing pretty good, Clint. I'm doing pretty good. I'm telling you what, I'm going to be disappointed if one person doesn't run out of gas. We got to have at least one person now. After I've talked about it so much, I'll look like a moron if they don't. All right, out of turn number 2, Massey has definitely turned up the wick a bit as he is sideways out of 2. He's going to look up underneath. Brad Allman can't get it as they come out of turn number 4. Battle for the lead is starting to pick up. Has Brad saved enough as they head into turn number 1 and 2? Hackney going to ship it in. Almost up underneath Brad as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4. We got 15 laps to go. 15 laps to go as they 85 laps complete. Hackney going to try to find a little bit something different up on the top as they come out of 2. Down the back straightaway. Brad Allman continues to roll the bottom. Hackney flew down the back straightaway as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Let's see if Hackney can keep up that momentum on the high side and wind that thing up to take the lead. Doug, thank you for the like as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Good to see you out there, Doug. Out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Hackney starting to put the pressure. Alex, thank you. Or sorry, Grissom, thank you for the follow. Into turn number 3 and 4. Coming to the line. 87 left in the books. Oh, Snyder on pit road. Did he run out of gas? Did Snyder run out of gas in that number 24? Thank you for the like, Grissom, as they come out of turn number 2. Hackney continuing to pressure Brad Allman. Is he pushing him harder than he wants to be? As they come to the line, 88 laps in the books. This is around that point where we said gas could become an issue. Snyder running out of gas, I believe. Somebody verify that. Snyder, if you're out there in the chat, did you run out of gas? Or somebody could say it over the radio. I can hear them. As the battle for the lead continues to heat up. We got calm down at the back of the pack now, as these guys probably trying to nurse it as Hackney looks low on Brad Allman. So the field pretty spread out right now towards the back. This is definitely the battle we want to watch for the lead as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Hackney digging up low. Brad's going to drift up as he throttles. Hackney gets too much berm. Truck over rotates. He's going to fall back in line. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Hackney going to shove it in a little bit harder. Almost into the door as it looks right now. If both these guys make it and stay up front, we will finally get a repeat winner. As they come out of turn number 4, it's going to be 9 laps to go as they come to the line. 9 laps to go as Massey puts the pressure on Nicholas King. As here comes Hackney trying to find something a little different. He's going to dig up to the top in turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Hackney's going to get the wall down the back straightaway. He's got to be careful. That's what got him last week as Josh Smith tries to duck up underneath him as they come out of turn number 4. Laps are ticking down. 8 laps to go. Brad Allman fighting for his life in that number 9. Here comes Hackney. He's going to wind it up top once again, running that slider as they come out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Looking for that number 1 spot. He's going to ship it into 3 and 4 on the bottom as they come out of turn number 4. 7 laps to go. 7 laps to go. Snyder, the only one that has fallen out here so far as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Lap traffic up ahead. We got Cam Horton looking to try and stay on the lead lap. Will these guys catch him? Could that become an issue here? As they head through turn number 3 and 4, going to be 6 laps to go at the line as Hackney tries to find some speed. Oh, contact for that number 4 spot as Massey and Nick King get together. Nick King in that number 43, he is still out there rolling around as these guys close in on the lap car of Cam Horton as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Cam going to roll the top out of turn number 4. It's going to be 5 laps to go at the line. 5 laps to go. Hackney going to run all the way up at the top this time, trying to wind up that number 91 as they come out of turn number 2. Look at the run out of turn number 2 for Hackney, but Cam in the way as they head through for turn number 3 and 4. Hackney going to ship it into turn number 3 and 4 out of turn 4. It's going to be 4 laps to go. Can Brad Allman hold on for win number 2 and 2 in a row as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Hackney gets the wall a little too much that time as they come out of turn number 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Brad Allman leading the way in that number 9 machine as they come out of turn 4. 3 laps to go. Can he make it 2 in a row here tonight? Hackney closing the gap. Hackney's got the speed. He's just got to find a way around him as they come out of turn 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Will anybody run out of gas? They're going to get 2 to go at the line. Can they make it to white? Can they make it to the white? 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go into turn number 1 and 2. Hackney going to dig to outside once again. Brad Allman trying to hold on as they come out of turn 2. Down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4. Hackney into the wall down the back straightaway. Through turn number 3 and 4. White flag in the air. 1 more lap for the number 9 of Brad Allman. Looking to take it. 2 to go. I hope they all run out of gas, says Ham. Look at the sausage slapper. I do have Twitch. It's all at MDI TV now, John. through turn number 3 and 4. Brad Allman leads the way. Checkered flag in the air. Hackney trying to dig high. It's going to be Brad Allman for the win. Keith Hackney, Josh Smith, Massey, Nicholas King are your top 5. What a race here tonight. Let's go ahead and go through tonight's results when everybody crosses the line, and then we'll bring in that top 3. All right, so tonight's race result. Oh, thank God. Yeah, you missed it. You missed it, Trent. All right, so tonight's win is going to go to Brad Allman as he gets 2 in a row. Keith Hackney in second. Josh Smith in that number 3 spot. Massey in 4th. Nicholas King in 5th. Wesley in that number 6 position. Cody Connor in 7th. Brett Cadill in 8th. Good to see him survive. Cody Gagliano in that, man, I don't know why I have so much trouble saying that. In that number 9 position. Brandon Gibbs in 10th. Bryce Dickinson in that number 11 position. Justin Norwood 12th. Justin Brown in 13th. Cam Horton 14th. And Colton Snyder rounding out the field in that number 15 position. All right, let's go ahead and grab the top 3. How about Josh Smith having a great run here tonight? He does well in these things. He does well in these NASCAR trucks. But we're gonna go ahead and make sure you guys can hear the chat. So let me go undeafen that, and I'm gonna pull these guys into the broadcast room. Well, what a race here tonight, guys. Man, that was a wild one. And somebody tell me, did Colton run out of gas?
I don't think so.
I know he pulled off, so I was curious if he ran out of gas. But anyway, great run here tonight, Josh, man. You had second for a while, but Hackney put that pressure on you. Fell back a little bit there. Still, a solid 3rd place. A couple good runs in a row.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't think I had a 3rd place truck, and definitely in that practice race, found the brake issue and got a lot better. Just pacing with Brad there. Probably had a couple of chances I could snuck under him. But like we were sitting there talking, let's just ride. Let's race at the end of this. And his track position. I don't know. I wouldn't have moved him to get the lead. So he didn't make a mistake up front. So good job for Brad.
Yeah, definitely good run for you. I know we were talking, you were about a second off, and during the driver's meeting, you said, yep, I'm going to struggle. And everybody was like, we know you're going to be there at the end, Josh. And they weren't lying. You made your way up to that number 2 spot, held up strong, man. You got to be happy. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, first off, got to thank my wife and kids for letting me do this. And then I got to thank everybody at Dirt Series. Got to thank Brad, Cody, Colton, and then the Dirt Hustler guys of Cam and Josh Hawkins, and there's a few others over there that run from time to time with us. Those guys help us out. We work out great with each other. Thank our sponsors, the Butt Kicker, 3D Racing, House of Speed, All Out Graphics, Warrior Wrapz, Finish First Designs, just all the guys that show up and race with us week in and week out. We couldn't do it without them. And MDI TV for broadcasting it, and hopefully we got one more race left and we can come up a little bit closer to the front.
Definitely great run for you. Good to see you have a good run again. And Keith Hackney. Well, yes, the wall didn't bite you quite as bad this week, but it's so hard to pass in these things. You had a little bit of speed at the end, but Brad just would not make a mistake for you.
Man, I was, I don't know. I was just conservative the whole race. I just kept looking at my fuel. I stayed on that bottom. I know they had to be close on fuel as well. I went up whenever I changed my lane. I noticed my fuel dropped tremendously, so I was like, man, I can't do this more than a lap or two, and then I'd go back down to the bottom. I let them go. I really didn't change my pace. I felt like with me not changing my pace, I wasn't really burning my stuff, but I was slowly inching to them just a little bit here and there. And then, once I was able to get by Josh, I was able to reel Brad in. But man, hell, me and Brad raced good right there close, tight. We didn't even touch the first time. He drove a good race, and Knoxville's my place, man. But it's just that that's the things you got to take right there. Play conservative, lose that track position, hopefully get it back at the end, or just go for it and take a risk. Running out of fuel at the end. So, it's all good. It's a good night, man. I enjoyed it.
I mean, you guys all had a good race up in the top three last week before you had your issues, but you knew Brad was going to be tough to beat here tonight, and were you hoping that he pushed it a little too hard and hoping that extra, knowing he's not going to make a lot of mistakes, hoping that extra pressure would have pushed that gas on him?
There again, that's why I try to stay within reason of them, to maybe they would see me and, push a little bit harder. Now, honestly, I do think I was a little bit better than Brad at the end, but you can't, it's hard to pass. I mean, if you don't make a mistake, you ain't gonna pass. I went up there to the top. I had that good run on Josh, and I think that's how I got underneath him initially, and then I was like, well, hell, I ain't got nothing to lose. Let me go back up there again, and I just didn't gain the ground that I kind of wanted to. One of the times I went up there, I kind of tapped the wall pretty good, and I was like, nope, not gonna do that again. So just drop back
Yeah,
down to the bottom. So yeah, man, I can't complain. Yeah, I had fun. I always love running these trucks, man. These trucks are a blast.
for sure. Hi, Jake. I see you out there. Hackney, great run again. Always good to have you out there. Good to have you in the booth this week. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, man. All the guys at NLR, we brought a couple guys tonight just to support the league and get the truck count up, and I think they had a blast as well. House of Speed, NH Lens, Custom Cabinets by Keith, Heartland Harley Davidson. That's a new sponsor for us. Papa Mike's Promotions. Um, Shout out to you, doing your thing, and Josh for putting this on. Congratulations to Brad on winning a hard fought race. And I want to give a shout out to Nicholas Ham. I know he's out there in the chat talking his stuff, but he's more than welcome to come over here and get drugged too. So end of the day, we're all having fun, and I can't wait for the next one.
You gotta love him. He's always gonna run his mouth.
Oh, of course. I'm used to it by now.
Oh
So.
yeah. Oh, I'm used to it. He always comes in and talks smack about me too. Most of it's just all fun and games. But Brad Allman, 2 in a row. Would you have expected we'd be talking to you about 2 truck wins?
No, not really. I mean, Hackney early on was a half a second faster. I guess I played the strategy right and got to the lead when I wanted to. Just slowed my pace down to where I wouldn't run out of fuel, and here we are.
I was curious about that. I mean, you were running pretty hard up. Paulie says, "Tell Brad I said he sucks."
Shitty talking crap. That's all right.
But
yeah,
I mean,
Massey and Hackney
worried.
were in front of me, and I was right with them on the bottom, and thought, hell, I'll just see if I can lead this thing.
I mean, you were digging hard on the outside, putting some laps on. You're in and out, so I thought you were done. Sorry. Yeah, you were digging hard on the top side. Were you worried about that gas? It seemed like you moved down and backed it up a little bit once you got around and got to the lead.
Yeah, I knew I couldn't do it long, so I knew I had to get down right after I got it. And, we had that caution. I was, I don't know, 8 to 10 laps short at that point. I knew I had to back my pace off. I had, after that restart, Josh got behind me, so kind of communicated a little bit how things were going.
Hawkins
and kind of dictate the pace.
Hawkins said grip hacks.
Obviously. You got to have him to beat Hackney.
But man, that thing was ripping. Good battle there. I mean, Hackney putting the pressure on you. You didn't make any mistakes, at least not that we saw on this side. I'm sure you were yelling at yourself at times, but you got any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Well, thanks to Alt Graphic first. I mean, he makes the truck look good, and he does whatever for us. And thanks to league sponsors, Race, Butt Kicker, House of Speed, Warrior Photos, Finish First Designs. Congrats to Hackney and Josh. I mean, we all raced pretty hard there. Us two, Mass, whoever else is up there, and we didn't touch. Everybody played good with each other. I mean, the track was awesome. It allowed that. fun race though.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun, clean race. Not a lot of problems, and I think what did we end up with? 2 cautions. I think that's what we ended
I
up
think
with.
there was
Yeah, 2 cautions.
one or
Two. I wasn't sure if there was a third one I was missing, so that's why I asked with a question mark. But good run, everybody, and heck of a show.
thank you.
All right, guys, that's going to be it. Brandon, by the way, thank you for the follow. We're going to go ahead and call it a stream. What a race here tonight. Next week, I think it is. Oh, is it next week? Yeah, next week is the season finale for these guys, for this series, guys. Make sure you don't miss it. And as always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.